This is a interesting story of an organization that wanted a culture audit. This particular organization invited us to do a culture audit. It took about 25 transactions to complete and finalize the design of the audit program. Finally, when we decided to audit, we planned our visit, and the day before we were supposed to leave for visiting this company, we got a message saying that the CEO is going abroad suddenly on unexpected kind of a client meet, and therefore we'll have to postpone. We did that, and a couple of months later, when we planned for the second time, we got a message, this time a week before, that the CHRO is going on a training program, and therefore we should change our dates. And the third time that we planned to go, we got again a couple of days before we went there, the company is going for a PCMMM certification, and therefore as auditors for PCMMM certification were coming, we should postpone it by another couple of months. So finally, it is only for the fourth plan we were able to visit the organization. Even in this visit, since this company had about 8 divisions, we wanted line managers from 8 of these divisions as well as the HR staff from these divisions to participate, to be trained as internal auditors for the culture audit. The company agreed, but on the day when we landed up, we only found the HR staff there and none of the line managers were present. And we were told this is because line managers were quite preoccupied with other kind of work and therefore they are not able to come. Well, we trained internal trainers, and we also picked up a couple of units where we accompanied the internal trainers and did the culture audit. Finally, the audit report was submitted, and the top management of all the divisions who were supposed to be present could not be present. Only about 70% of the top level managers who were expected were there. Well, they received the report pretty positively, I must say, and they said they must do something about it, and they were quite happy, although they have raised some questions about the capability of the internal auditors to do the audit just as the way I think the outsiders have done it and so on. I think the interesting part of the story is finally when we submitted the invoice for the work done. It took almost about 17 reminders to the company to get the bill settled. Even among the 17 reminders, it is after the 4th or 5th reminder we were informed that the bill, the invoice that we have sent originally was misplaced, and then we had to send a duplicate invoice. And after the second or the duplicate invoice, a couple of months later we had to follow up with the accounts department, and final settlement of whatever was due to the consultants came only after it was pursued with the CHRO and with a copy to the CEO and so on. I would like to ask you, how do you characterize the culture of this organization? Can one department's experience be generalized to the entire organization? Can we say, if this is the way HR department communicates the culture of the company, is this fair to conclude the entire company has very similar kind of a culture? Another important question is, if HR department shows this kind of a culture, what kind of a culture do we expect the sales, marketing and service department to show? What kind of a customer focus is this department or is this particular company likely to have? So what is culture? And on the top of all of this, I would like to mention that we were quite surprised, both positively some of us and some of us not very sure, that this particular company got the PCMM certification level ? All the best, meant to be a good case study of learning about culture of an organization.